Hey, it brings the ultimate peace, a relationship with God. My belief is Jesus. So it's an amazing thing. It really is. I highly encourage it. If you haven't opened the Bible like I did for most of my life, well, you really start making some connections and miracles start happening. Take a look at this number, please. 32 million Christians are unlikely to vote in this election. And take a look at this number. There are 104 million Christians and self-identified Christians, 32 million born again. Look, these numbers, a lot of folks are kind of stumped as to why they're not voting. So many are staying at home. Troy Miller joins us. He is the president and CEO of the National Religious Broadcasters Organization. Welcome, Troy. And hey, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your organization.
Sure. Thanks. Good to be with you tonight. So NRB has been around 80 years now. We represent the largest number of Christian broadcasters, communicators across the U.S. and almost around the world. We have over 1,600 members. They reach 141 million homes every month on television, radio, and that doesn't even count all of our podcasters and internet bloggers and all of those folks. So that's NRB. We hold an annual convention every year. It's the largest gathering of Christian communicators. We'll be in Texas in February of 2025.
I know there's some polls out there. There's also word of mouth and some influencers saying that Christians are not voting the way they should be voting. Can you verify that for us and tell us why that's happening?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the numbers from the 2020 and 22 election and compare the number of Christian voters to the total number of folks that identify as Christian across this country, and Barna came out with this research and said nearly a third of evangelical Christians, some 35 to 40 million Christians just set this out. And I think there's a few reasons behind that. One, they've been intimidated for, well over the last decade by the left. I mean, what other group, is out there that you want to live out your beliefs and all of a sudden you're called Christian nationalists and that's a negative? I think every group out there is a nationalist. Anybody else who's voting and living out their beliefs, they're not shamed in for doing that, but Christians are. And then there's the fact that not enough pulpits across this country are standing up and really speaking about the issues and speaking to the issues today. But I really think that number is going to change. I think we're going to see a very large Christian turnout. I think some of the early voter numbers we've seen really is going to indicate that this group is going to show up and they're going to vote their beliefs.
Can I ask you, Christians, though, typically, historically, do they vote as a block? I mean, in many ways, it's a diverse group, fair to say?
It is a diverse group. It's fair to say there's a lot of different, but if you look at the poll numbers, 80 to 85% of the Christians vote on the conservative bloc. So for the most part, as a far majority, Christians vote more conservative than they do progressive or to the left. So yeah, they vote pretty strongly as a conservative bloc when they show up. And
could you tell us, please, as a Christian, just tell the folks the benefits of being Christian? What it means to you, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. First of all, look, there's the hope we have in our faith and the hope in Jesus Christ. We look at the world around us and we know the world is full of despair. It is full of depression. It is full of problems. But look, our faith tells us that there's something above this world. There's something beyond this world that we can all hold on to. And that's the love of Christ, that Christ loved us and God loved us so much that he sent his one and only begotten son. So we can have the confidence that when we stand in front of God, when we stand in front of there and God looks at our life, he's going to say, you know what? I know you had problems, you messed up, but my son paid for all that. Your life is clean, your slate is white clean, and everything's good. And that's the hope that keeps people moving forward. That's the hope that we have in our faith. And it doesn't matter whether you're Protestant or Catholic, that's the common hope we all hold to.
Troy Miller, I'm so glad I asked. President and CEO of the National Religious Broadcasters, so appreciate it. Go to nrb.org and let's get out and vote. Thank you, sir. We'll be right back.